Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just wanted to record a video on my current impressions of Granblue Versus after all that beta time we just had. As a warning, I might ramble on for a few things, but I shouldn't get too off topic. Anyways, I'll be speaking as someone that casually plays fighting games from time to time, just for like a little bit of fun occasionally. I'm not a hardcore player or anything like that. I'm just like the average guy out here, just playing like any other average person. That being said, I still want to throw my voice out and just give my feelings for the game. So for starters, I want to say that this game looks really great in person. Gotta throw out that generic positive for the game, of course. Like, it's gonna look good in person. It looks good in regular YouTube footage. Like, we've gone through this with Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because like every single one of these games from ArcSys gets super high praise for looking great visually, and then people pretend that they've never seen anything like it before. So like, oh my god, how does this game look so good? It's like a real anime. Like all these people are like this everywhere. Anyways, I'm starting to sound like a kind of a bit mean right now, so the game looks good. We're done here. I will say this though, the supers in this game are probably my favorite supers in just about any fighting game I've played. Some of these moves look like complete trash garbage in the browser game, but now I'm just thinking, damn, Catalina's Ogi looks really sick, and Fairy's Ogi looks really nice. Yeah, Grand's big Bahamut super, like the pro Bahamut super that he does, like it gave me like vibes of Dizzy's instant kill in Guilty Gear, except you actually get the satisfaction of hitting someone with it this time, because Dizzy's like, she actually just misses completely, but Grand just blows them the fuck up. You also get a unique animation afterwards, so yeah, I'm really liking like all the love they put into the game so far, at least for the supers. Supers, like they put all their time into it. Well, now that we got like the overall visuals out the way, I'll move on to like the music. So we've heard a few of these songs before. Like if you've ever played Granblue, you've definitely heard these songs. At least 3 of them, I think. In the game, like I'm kind of referring to Grand's theme and the mirror match theme. The mirror match theme, I am not a fan of it. Like it felt like more of the same generic battle thing, but Grand's theme, like that shit is just like the main theme for Granblue transitioning to the generic battle theme, and I've never heard a more standard main character ass whipping song in my life. It screams power. I love this song. When I was trying him out in the beta, like it just started playing and I was having like twice the fun. And I was also expecting to get bored of Fairy's theme as well. So I bought the soundtrack that had this song on it, and it allowed you to use her skin in the Granblue browser game. So I've heard the song like a few times before already, and when they added the update to put your home screen character as like anyone, and their theme will play from like whatever like CD that you got the skin from, I had Fairy on my home screen for like the longest time until like the Lord of Vermilion skin. Like I would like transition between those two, and then the JUD summon. So yeah, it was kind of a pleasant surprise, like hearing this song and actually really liking it. And yeah, all the other songs were great too. The best part about this is that the music is very distinct from other fighting games, to be honest. It's nice having a new feel to a soundtrack from other fighting games, and I will say that music is probably like one of the most important aspects in like video games in general for me. Like if the game has good music, like I can almost excuse like bad gameplay with just good music. I really appreciate it when the devs don't skip out on it. And all these modern games out there are just like really bland with their music. I'm not really a fan of like all the music choices people be doing. And I'm not really talking about like fighting games here, but I will give an example that all the NetherRealm stuff, like I have to put them on blast because there's like a single good song in the entire NetherRealm OST for a game, and people will think it's the best thing in the world. Like it gets really bad out there. So moving on past like all the presentation the game has, I think I'll start with like the gameplay and my experience with the closed beta. I'm gonna say it again. I came into this wanting an anime fighter. Like I really wanted to play an anime fighter. I didn't want Street Fighter. We already have Street Fighter, and everyone kept saying that Under Night is pretty much anime Street Fighter with footsies and neutral game and all that. Like And when I tried out Under Night, it didn't feel that way to me. Like, that sounded like complete bullshit to me, to be honest. That's what people want to call it, though, so whatever. So yeah, I'm out here wanting an anime fighting game. We've gone a while waiting for a new 1v1 anime game, to be honest. Like, they've been stretching out BB Tag and Dragon Ball Fighters as kind of like our BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena, and Guilty Gear replacement. It's kind of unfortunate because I'm not a fan of tag team games in general. At least like I kind of like learned that over time, and I'm not really happy that the fighting game that like got me into 2D fighting games, Guilty Gear. I started with Guilty Gear Reload on the Xbox. That game pretty much like got me into liking 2D fighting games, because before I didn't really like them all that much. And DOA 2 was the one that got me into 3D fighting games, and BlazBlue is like the fighting game I've played like more than any other fighting game out there, specifically like Calamity Trigger. And that game is like half my playtime of all my fighting games in total. So yeah, I'm not really happy to see so little for these franchises. Team games are really their own flavor, and Marvel vs. Capcom honestly does it better than everyone. Like, I'm not even gonna kid around there. Marvel is just better. CVS 2 style is really good though, but which is like the KOF format of one character at a time. But yeah, I think I'll like get back on topic, to be honest. I'm just going down the disappointment route and gonna start shitting on all the fighting games out there. Well, anyways, the first match I played in Granblue Versus, I legit felt like my heart sink a little. Like, I was really disappointed. So I didn't want this. My character was super slow. I couldn't chain into anything. The auto combo shit felt dumb. I hated waiting for my EX to come back. And like, I love Catalina's giant ass buttons, of course. Like, those were really nice. I like giant fighting game normals. They're really fun. But yeah, I really liked that Catalina's normals were like pulling me through the neutral game. Like, I was just able to skip half that shit. Anyways, I was a bit bummed out. I was never really good at Street Fighter games, and although this doesn't exactly feel like Street Fighter, you still have to approach it in a similar way. I really don't know why people are saying it's close to Street Fighter 2. Like, I mean, the dev said it, but like, I've played Street Fighter 2 before. I know how it feels, and this one plays completely different. Like all because you only have like 3 special moves and stuff. Like, it's not Street Fighter 2, guys. Come on. So I was just mentally ready to put the game down. The movement felt like just complete awful to me. I'm just thinking like I'm never gonna have a fighting game again that I could care about. I was told by someone in the past that like it was like something along the lines of, "Wow, you played Granblue and you play a lot of Arxis fighters. This game is your game. You earned this," you know. And it kind of stuck in my head a little bit. But yeah, that was just kind of like a little silly dream. And then I played the game more and more. I got bored playing Catalina at the start because I was just playing her like a Ryu. And even now I'm just thinking, man, Catalina has like nothing interesting in her moveset. I don't know how people love playing her so much. Like, I didn't even get like the regular Shoto satisfaction that I get. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like y'all Shoto mains out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, don't pretend I'm saying nonsense here. Like, there is definitely a satisfaction in playing Shotos that just makes you feel good sometimes. But yeah, there's something special about them. But Catalina, for some reason, she just didn't have it. So I moved on to Fairy, and I wasn't having the most fun with her either. Like, initially I was having a lot of fun because I was like, man, these buttons are really good, and really just matches. I was just getting wins and wins and wins and wins, and I was amazed at how bad people were at fighting her. But I did fight like a half decent person here and there. So like the first day of the beta, I was pretty much whatever on the game, and I didn't really want to like actually play the second day. But I was hoping to like find better people and people that like kind of learn the matchups a little bit better. And yeah, the second day of my beta was by far like the worst experience I've ever had in a fighting game. Like, I think this was primarily my fault, to be honest, since I stayed up all night playing the first phase and I didn't really get more than like 2 hours of sleep. Anyways, I actually don't even remember more of this phase besides like one decent Catalina player. Like, I think his name was like Crack something. I don't know what it was. But anyways, my first matches weren't as good with some pretty bad connection hiccups here and there, and then I had to hunt around for like better connections, and then add on to the fact that I only played as Fairy for that entire phase, and you can kind of see how things got really boring for me really quick. It's for that reason that I don't really want to play Fairy when the game comes out. Her moveset is fun to mess around with, but like the other characters, Like they definitely felt like a little bit more fun, like overall. And other players have a rough time in early stages against characters like her, so like I won't really be super happy with all my wins with her. Like sometimes my wins, like in the beta, they were like with my eyes like half closed, and I was just mashing away at medium, just destroying people with one button. Like it was getting really bad. Day 3 came around, and I decided I didn't want to deal with mirror matches anymore, so I picked up Gran, and it was a bit of fun actually. I didn't really learn to use his 2A all that much. I didn't really have time to look at other footage from other people until like afterwards, and all I saw posted like on Twitter randomly, like from some retweets, was that Fairy had like corner tech, and I was like, whatever, like it's a beta. And because I played Fairy so much, I didn't really learn that the game had like a lot of specific link combos that you can go into. But when I was playing as Gran, like I kind of felt like a little bit of it going on, and then figuring out some corner combo stuff slowly over time. And I was like under the impression that you can only do like a 2A into like a light auto combo route. And that's what I got from Catalina, and I like moved that over to Fairy, but I didn't learn anything else. So I started learning a few more things playing as Gran. Saw a tweet of Catalina doing an anti-air combo, and then picked up from that I could do an anti-air and then dash forward for a full confirm on counter hit. So yeah, I was picking the game up a little bit more and more. Like a few pieces that I was missing while I was playing as Fairy, like I was getting it playing as Gran. And Gran also had like that Shoto satisfaction that I was talking about earlier. Like for some reason he has that and not Catalina. And I'm thinking it's because he's like kind of like a more Ken-ish rush down character than Catalina. But yeah, I tried out Lancelot for like the last hour, and I thought his moveset was like really interesting. I kind of regret not messing around with him sooner, because I said before that I don't really care about him as a character, and Siegfried made my perceptions of like all the Dragon Knights super low, because Siegfried is that amazing of a character that there is, I'm almost like, oh, why do you guys exist when Siegfried can do everything? So yeah, I really wanted to sleep on this character. Like Lancelot, I really want to sleep on him, but his moveset was the most unique in the game by far. He's definitely an amazing character. I feel like he's definitely better than people thought, and I do have to say that his air-to-air options were really bad though. And I got like really frustrated fighting a Fairy player because I just couldn't like challenge her buttons all that well with my anti-air, and my air-to-air buttons were just like really bad. He does trade this off with having like really good jump-ins and just being decently quick in general, and having more special moves than like the rest of the cast. If you can really tell from the way I've been saying it, like I actually started enjoying myself a lot more in the last beta phase. Like it was either that I had like good rest and I was more awake, or maybe like the characters I was playing, but either way I started having a lot more fun, which is the most important thing for a video game, I would say. Definitely. I still wish the game could scratch that anime fighter itch that I was missing, but I guess it's doing its own thing. And one thing that made me extremely happy was how toned down the comeback mechanics were. There just weren't any in here. Like, if you got destroyed by someone in the match, you might not even have super meter to do a desperation super. Like, it's that clean. Like, if you get run of town on, you're definitely just done. It's really hard to make a comeback. I think my opinion on the game can only go like a little bit higher from now and to the future. Like, there's still the roster issue I'm having. I don't want to main a single one of the characters they have shown so far, and after the beta I definitely don't want to settle on Catalina or Fairy. Like, just give me any cool male character that I like and a couple of waifus, and make their playstyle good enough for me. Like I'm not even talking about like S tier waifus on my list, or like S tier super cool male characters. Like, I mean like the ones that are like A+ are just good enough for me. Like for me, like those would be like Hellies and Izmir, like those kind of characters. Like those are like the A+ on my list. Like there's tons of them, and then I might be like a little hyped up. But until then, like I'll still be like uploading my beta matches slowly over time and patiently waiting. Like, I'll see you guys next time when they reveal something new, whoever's watching. Yeah, this game is shaping up to be a pretty good one. Not my cup of tea so far, definitely. But I actually might play it, funnily enough. So yeah, stay tuned.